Spartans, famous for their badassery and fearlessness in battle. But what did they actually look like? Well, like all the other Greeks during that age, Spartans were typical hoplites, warriors carrying shields and spears. On their shields they would paint the Greek letter lambda, which stands for Lactonia, the region for which Sparta was the capital. The shields were made out of wood, covered with a thin sheet of bronze. In many Greek states it was common to decorate the shields, but the famous Spartan symbol was only adopted around 420 BC. They were at least 91 centimeters in diameter, about 2 to 4 centimeters thick, and weighed about 7 to 8 kilograms. The grip, known as an argive grip, had the handle on the edge of the shield and the strap for the arm in the center. This also allowed the shield to be rested on the shoulder when carrying it. Their main weapons were the dory spears, spears that were about 3 meters in length and had a handle of about 5 centimeters in diameter. They had a leaf-shaped flat spearhead made out of iron, and as counterbalance for the weight they also had a butt spike on the other side, which could also be used as a secondary weapon in battle in case your spearhead broke off. You could turn it around and use the other side. If that didn't work, they also carried a xiphos, which is a double-edged, one-handed iron straight sword with a blade that's about 50 to 60 centimeters long. However, the Spartan version was usually only about 30 to 45 centimeters long, because they were used to stab enemies after shield walls collided, meaning their phalanx collided with an enemy shield wall, so having a shorter blade was more beneficial. Some Spartans would instead carry a kopis, a sword with a curved blade designed to increase cutting power. And no, Spartans did not go into battle naked. They wore bronze cuirasses that were shaped like an athletic male torso. Although, we're not sure if they still wore this type of armor during the famous Persian Wars. Some sources say that instead they had adopted the linothorax armor, but we're not sure. They also wore bronze greaves and helmets of the Corinthian type, which were helmets that usually only had openings for the eyes and mouth. Now what they did not have was any type of arm protection, but they didn't really need any. Their shields would rest on their shoulder and reach all the way down to their knees. And because they used tight formations, close combat was not that much of a problem. Instead, having no armor on your shoulders or arms would allow you to move way more easily. It was actually beneficial to them. The shield would not break, and their spears kept their enemies at distance. And if the enemies did come close, they would have to reach around your shield in order to be able to hit you. So that is what Spartans really look like. Not like Hollywood depicts them, but still amazing. I hope you enjoyed. I sure did. Leave a like if you did. It helps me out a lot. Subscribe for more. And you can always leave a comment about what you want to hear about next. I read a lot of comments, so there's a large chance that I see it. And as always, thank you for joining my quest.